everybody. What's up? Let's get back into some coloring here. On this Geronimo Draws Green Knight. What else? Oh, Lord. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. Let's look at some pictures of leaves. Let's do that. Let's talk leaves. Okay. Alrighty, let's do it. Color these legs, this light green here. Let's do the other side. I'm actually going to make that darker. Just got to keep my head mustache out of the video. Darken that up. Do that. You do that brown, right? Do that whole thing light green. Ready do. Damn you, doors. The doors. Can't live with them, can't live without them, right? Otherwise, people would come and go. When your doors. Can I have some doors? Okay. Alright, let's color this leaves in here. I got any salad heads in here? Any of these leaves looking good? Okay, thinking about coloring that darker. just have to do it. Just gonna have to do it. Ew. Too bad. I apologize to any salad heads out there. I wasn't talking any trash. That's what I'm gonna call vegans from now on. Salad heads. Where were my salad heads at? Not so bad. Color this in. Ready to do. Okay. Okay. Let's drink some water. This is a kind of woodland warrior, so yep, his armor made out of leaves and bark, roots. Roots as thick as your leg. Don't be nasty. There we go. I kind of like it. Let's do this. Okay. Moving right along. The horn of I don't know what. I don't know. Shakespeare in the Park. Give me 1 second. All right. Excuse me. Alrighty. Okay. All right. Let's do this. What's this? Okay. That needs to be darkened up anyways. All right. Let's do this leaf. Nice and oh, hello, Jake. Hey, buddy. Just now looking up. Hello, hello. How are you doing? What you up to? Drawing some skeletons? You're welcome to come on if you like. Send you the link. Hey, what's up, Mo Biggs? Sweet. Thanks for coming by, buddy. All right. Let me get you the link. Right. Copy to clipboard. Okay. Oh. There you go, Jake. How you doing, Mo? What you up to today? Just coloring this guy here. My Green Knight from Geronimo's draw stream several weeks ago. I just liked how the pose came out, so I wanted to finish it up. Oh. I'm doing great, dude. I'm having a great day. Getting some streaming in, getting some coloring in. Book's going great. Still in the first month, so I'm stoked, man. Living the dream. Having fun with this piece. This is like my biggest thing I need to figure out before I finish it up is how to turn those mittens into hands, but I'm not sweating it too much. I just want to get a good color scheme going here. It's definitely RuneScape inspired. I don't know if you ever played that game, RuneScape, from way back in the day. Little PC, kind of like. I mean, I guess it was a free MMO RPG, like before WoW, maybe before EverQuest even. Not sure exactly. Well, says he's never played RuneScape, but he is aware of it. Oh man, that was my jam back in the day. I had several jams, but RuneScape might have been my first actually, just because this older kid on my street, you know, just gets you into it. It's like definitely before WoW. Shadowhawk, what up, bro? Thanks for coming by. Yeah, RuneScape was awesome. I mean, it's just a game that by the time I'd gotten into it, I think was probably like 5 years old. And man, they were like one of the really sort of like early adopters of great content updates without having to. I mean, you could become a member and then you'd get access to everything. But I mean, even still, there's tons of free stuff to do. Great games. Shadowhawk, did you ever play RuneScape? That's sort of what this piece is inspired from, at least with like the color scheme. There was some armor that was total ass, but it looks cool. It's called the split bark armor. I forget how you get it. I think it's just from like some random quest. It's like you pretty much people throw it away as soon as they get it. But yeah, I like the look, the color scheme for this. So. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what to do next here. Yes. That and I have the Governor Cuomo Rock and Chart Show theme song in my head. It's the Governor Cuomo Rock and Chart Show. I'll entertain and teach you. It's a real win-win. That it is. That it is. The mic is bugged up. Okay. No problem, Jake. Can't join. No, it's no problem, buddy. No, I'm all comics, not a big gamer. I respect that. I can dig it. I grew up somewhere in the middle, just in terms of like, I definitely played a lot of games. Also read comics, but I was actually saying this, I think on Keith's stream last night. Keith Gleason, my letterist, Mighty Mascots guy. That yeah, I play video games still, but I mean, it's kind of just a matter of like choosing between one or the other for me. I mean, obviously, I don't think you can. I mean, maybe you could write, play video games at the same time. It'd probably be hard. I can't, so I try to just sort of limit to like maybe a couple times a week. Yeah, I'm not hating on anybody that games. God bless you. The gamer is the most oppressed class out there. I try to oppress them any further. Let my people go. Just playing. So what are y'all up to today? Shadow? What's going on, man? How you doing? Anybody creating anything today? Reading anything? Jake says he's drawing. Drawing. It's a drawing, okay. I don't. Johnny Depp line. Let's do the helmet. What are you drawing, Jake? Working on your skeletons? He's a skeleton man. That's a fun tune. You can have that remix of Soul Man, Skeleton Man. Having a break of the skeletons today. Now it's a duck. I love ducks, man. I really do love ducks. We have a family of ducks up the start of my road. I live in the woods. And yeah, man, they're the most important things in my life when you ride down the road. They're just really cool looking animals with adorable little feet. The bills. You just want to pick it up and give it a hug. Am I right? Come on. Tell me I'm wrong. I dare you. Hey, what's up, Ola? Hooray. Hello. Greetings. We're just talking about ducks. How do you feel about ducks? The animal, not the, what is it, the hockey team. Although they're good too, I guess, right? The ducks and the penguins. Two of my favorite animals, both also hockey teams. Although I live in Florida, so I don't watch hockey. I'm not sure what to do about these horns. These antlers. I have to be quiet when I get in the nooks and crannies here. My hands ain't all that steady. Oh no. No! Ducks. I've never had duck. I mean, I'm sure I'd try it if you put it in front of me, like some duck roast or something. But, I mean, I'm definitely not going duck hunting just because they're too cute. I couldn't do it. I'd go deer hunting, though. Like, Deer sausage. What happened? Some deer jerky. Deer aren't cute enough for me to not shoot. Just love a good duck. Got me a weirdo. All right. Jake says he sent the work in progress in the DM. Me. Oh, okay. Let me pull that up. Little baby duck. All right. Share screen. Quack.png. Aptly named. Respect. Here we go. Quack, quack. Indeed. There's Jake's ducky. Say hello. Does the duck have a name, Jake? Cute little guy. It's like a little rice ball. Is he just hatching? The hatchling duck. I've really got a limited palette here, so I'm not sure. I wanted to do these darker, but I'm not really loving how that came out. But these are supposed to be roots, like a thick root system type deal. Where it's like, you ever go trying to dig up a tree or something? Your axe gets stuck in just a thick root. You're like, well, damn. Yeah, that's kind of the idea. Jake says no, but it will go through a wild ride. All right. I hope that's not like where it ends up on a plate at the end of the. I'm a fan of Daffy Duck as well. I think I just have a soft spot for ducks. I do also really love penguins though, and sloths. I don't know. They're adorable. Each one of those I want to hug. I've looked into getting a sloth several times. Like 10 years ago, there's an exotic pet store about 2 hours away from me. Like 10 years ago, you could have got a baby 3-toed sloth for like $2,000. It was like 2.3 for a baby sloth. Today, that same store, because I looked like 2 weeks ago, it's like 10 grand. I was like, no, my chance to get a sloth. It's probably ain't happening. Don't know what I'll do. Suggestions? Anybody? I guess I'd have to like Venezuela. That's where they ship them in from Venezuela. So I guess I got to take a trip down south. Who's coming with me? Let's steal some sloths. Let's steal. What's the right word? Rehome? Yes, let's rehome some sloths. Jake says he really wants a capybara. That's like that's almost like a small little pig type thing. It doesn't look like a pig necessarily, but it's got those kind of wire hair bristles. They are cute. Let me pull this. Since I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the extra color, let's color this glove. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Yes, the largest guinea pigs. Interesting. Yeah, no, if they are literally the largest guinea pigs, then yeah, that's funny. Guinea pigs, those keep coming up in conversation. They're really only good for two things, right? Butt play and basically just watching you have fun. Like you sit it in a cage and it just stares at you. It's like the second time I've said that this week. Okay. Mo Big says, try living in California. We're lucky they don't have dogs listed as illegal exotic pets yet. Dude, I live in Florida, which I feel like in a lot of ways is like reverse California. Equally as crazy in some parts, but then like the opposite in others. I've always wanted to move out to California, but I mean, obviously, I think now I'm glad I didn't. But sorry about that. Oh, in Australia, it's like putting people's dogs down. Yeah, man. I have a German Shepherd, and it's pretty hard to find a spot where you can. Like most apartments don't allow it, and like I mean, some like it's like 50-50 on the renter. You just have to find a house for it, which is expensive. But all right, I'm liking how this armor's coming out a little bit more. Getting more of the whatever this color. What is this? Dull ivory. Okay, cool. Jake says no, they're killing the largest rescue dogs because they don't want humans to go out and pick them up. Wow. Dude, Australia. I try not to talk too much ish because Jacob is from Australia. Love you, buddy. But that seems a little extreme. I'm sure he's not cool with that either. I mean, even if he, I mean, we don't talk politics really, which is totally fine. But right, right, yeah, no, it's I've just sort of kept a loose eye on it, and yeah, Australia seems like they're kind of having fun with it. Give me 1 second. Excuse me. Had to clear my throat. Didn't want to sound like a gross monster on the street. Don't know what to do here. Yeah, I'm glad I don't live in Australia. Like, just seeing the way all this has panned out, like, I'm just glad I live in Florida, to be honest. Like, people want my governor to run for president. And, yeah, sure, but I don't want him to leave the governorship just because that leaves us open. And here we are talking politics again. Damn it! That's so funny. I mean, it's hard not to. This shit's. It's a crazy world out there. I know. It's true, bro. I've been doing other things in between this piece, other just drawing other stuff. Um, this one I'm just saving specifically for this stream, but no, you're just talking your usual ish. Just kidding. I'm not sure what to do. That's the damnedest thing. What color would these horns be? Yeah, I'll throw out some suggestions. You know, I'm not creative enough to think for myself. Somebody tell me what to do. Yeah, and everyone loves my ish. That is true. You have a specific brand of ish. It's cheeky. If we were British, we were across the pond. You cheeky twat. Oi! Jake says, a fish with a fat cigar. Yeah, I assume you mean in his mouth, smoking a cigar. It's not like Norwayish for like a euphemism for a dog. Probably not, but you never know. Just checking. What the hell am I gonna do? This shit's gonna drive me crazy. Just gotta choose something. I want to keep. I should have done that green. That's what's. This is really. What's the word? I don't know. Sticking in my craw. Can I go? Well, lay down. I'm down. Things work out. All you gotta do is believe. Yes, Rex Doom. Later, Mo. Thanks for coming by, buddy. You have a great day. Yeah, I kind of messed this up. It's alright though. So we'll do this. Green dragons. Love a good green dragon. Just the look of them. Used to be a thing we did in like 6th grade. There's this kid who, this other kid started like dragon magazines. He just like would staple a bunch of pieces of paper together and then just start like sketching out different dragons, and like you'd have like almost in really like it was very smart for a 6th grader, I think. Like chapter sections, like you'd open it up and there'd be like a couple dragons, and then it would like break down into like wing types, like yada yada. That's about what I remember. But he got mad when other people started to do it. He's like, "Hey, that's my thing." I was like, "Oh, come on." 6th grade. I was like 5 foot. Looked like a little orangutan. Let's get up in here. Right, still I'm stapling pieces of paper together. Sounds like my thing. Yep. Yep. I used to do that with magazines. I don't know what you'd call it, but I'd like, I guess, scrapbook basically. Just like I'd get like whatever Game Informer or something, and then just cut out like my favorite pieces of art or an article or something, and just staple some computer paper together, and then glue them on there, and like just basically create a magazine out of other magazines. But I don't know. All right, I'm really liking this with this extra green in here. That's kind of bringing it, giving it a little stizzank. Don't you agree, Rex? You better still be there. I'll never forgive you. Now that you're here, you can never leave, Rex. A MAGA fanzine. I like it. Yeah, that's basically what it was. In a way, I guess, yeah. It's been a game. I cannot remember it. I mean, the closest I can describe it is it looks like Trent Kanuga's art. And I don't know if it was a game that he worked on, but I know it was like an N64 game, and they also turned it to a trading card game. I don't have any idea how popular it may have been, But yeah, I remember that's one of the ones that I made a magazine out of. That I've been trying to remember more about that to this day. Hey, see, good stuff, Rex. That wasn't hard, buddy. Glad you're on board. Glad we could have you, sir. Welcome aboard. All right, I'm gonna go with the darker green here. Hopefully this doesn't mess it up. But I am kind of ready to move on, I suppose. Rex says, I need to work on something soon or I'll die. Did you get your printer fixed? You got a new printer in? Yeah, I was supposed to go on a show today, which is why I'm streaming instead. The show got rescheduled. So I wanted to go ahead and get a little YouTubing in for the day. I said YouTubing, not Jeffrey Tubin. Rex, you nasty. Jake says, Rex, now is the time to write. That is true. I should be writing, honestly. I just wanted to unwind today. I was hoping some of y'all would come by. I could chat. I could get some work done. So look at that. Thanks for coming by. Hanging out with the dudes. I might do a few different types of greens here, right? Try to liven it up a touch. Rex says, I still have some things to clear out of here so I can get it hooked up. The stomach bullshit derailed things. Did you have the stomach bug? Was it some just horrendous Taco Tuesday come back to strike you on a Thursday? See? There you go. Look at this. Jake, I think you're really growing today, buddy. Not Jake, I'm sorry, Rex. Look at that. I forgot what I get you to agree to earlier, but even still, thank you. See? I'm just rambling. Tell me to shut my filthy ginger lips. Shut your freckled mouth, boy. Rex says too much self-destruction as of late. I think it's the soda that is trying to assassinate me. You know what, bro? I probably haven't drank soda in like maybe a year, and it's honestly like I think I had like a sugar addiction. Like I love soda, and that's like why I quit it, just because I was drinking it like a maniac. And yeah, I mean, you just replace it with water, which admittedly isn't as fun, but um, you can get like things to put in it, but or I mean, this is always other shit, but yeah, I mean, you can try something other than soda. See what that does for you. Maybe some tea. Have you tried anything other than we tried getting off the stuff? I'm an orange vanilla Coke fiend. Because I love anything orange flavored. and sort of just because I'm ginger, yes. I mean, I am a cartoon character. But also, I love the flavor orange. The flavor orange. But Jake says, I hate soda, only good when mixing booze. Right? Kind of makes it. At least you don't feel as bad about it then, right? You're like, if I get sick, I'm just drinking. I'll throw some of this brighter green in. Right along there. Or is that too bright? Oh hell, boys! I don't know. I don't know about this one. I slowed down, but with everything going on lately, I have been going a bit too far with everything. Yeah, bro. I think probably know like maybe one of the things you're referring to, and yeah, that's definitely hard. With just losing a friend like that. So my hats off to you, buddy. I do hope you don't take it out too hard on your health, though, because that's just really ultimately you will end up feeling worse. You know, you know how to heal. Good luck, though, bro. Get yourself together, man. I have my dog in a box, cremated actually, right behind me. I don't know if that's weird. Is that weird? I haven't been able to tell. I've gotten mixed responses on it. People have looked at me like I'm a nut, and then others have been like, okay. Ah, you had her cremated as well. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Ours, I guess I could. I mean, I don't really need to put them on stream, but yeah, ours was cool. Came in, it was like in this nice bag with like a nice urn, or I'm sorry, a nice box, nice wood box. And it's got like this picture frame deal with a paw print of his. Yeah. I had a blue pit named Spike. I had him for like 5 years. It's the best 5 years of my life, damn it. It's still real for me, damn it. Yeah. Yeah, now he's a part of my set. Could be otter, like taxing it and putting the dog over the fireplace. Honestly, I'm into the macabre just enough to where, looking back at it, I almost might. And again, this would be strange, but I'd almost turn Spike maybe into a taxidermy and just sort of make him a set piece. I don't know. Is that horrendous? I mean, it's strange hanging out with your friend even in death. I mean, it is like I said, macabre. It is odd. I'm trying to make it make sense here. I'll just stop talking about it. Let's move on, guys. No, I kid. That Tim Burton, was it Frankenweenie, where he basically does that with a dog, like brings it back to life, Frankenstein style. Great movie. How can you not love that film? It's got so much heart. Oh, I always loved it. All right, guys, this is looking good. Now the real question: what to do about this. Probably multiple colors, right? Somehow layering these two in. Or what? Maybe doing this here, this here. Doing some blacks in between. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I mean, it wouldn't be the end of the world. No, because I still do. I mean, I have dreams about my dog. I think about him. He died, like, maybe 4 or 5 months ago at the max. It hasn't been quite that long, I don't even think. But yeah, I mean, I honestly wouldn't be 100% against that. I mean, maybe it's strange, but I would definitely. I would have fun with him. So maybe that's what matters, I guess. I don't know. But what is this character supposed to be? It's from Geronimo's. It's the Green Knight, but he's more just like a kind of like a woodland elf type warrior, with wood armor. And these lines here are like thick tree roots, like really thick roots that I don't know if you've ever had to like cut up any stumps or anything, but it's pretty easy to get your axe stuck in some good hard wood, right? Anyway, yeah. So he doesn't have a name or anything, but hey, what up, Leo? Ash and Jackal, our resident. Well, just keep your eye on him. Like, no, I'm just kidding. Great YouTube channel, horror reviews, comic reviews, and a whole mess of fun in the murder shed on the Ash and Jackal channel. How you doing, bro? How is your day? Rex Doom. Ah, I see. It looks like exotic Destiny armor. I like Destiny. I always seem to play it for like 3 weeks, like be really into it, and then I don't know. I can never really get past that. It is fun though, and on paper, it makes perfect sense. I think I just need like a solid group of people. Do you play? You play on Xbox? We might need to get together. Get some Destiny on. Okay, guys. This is a dilemma. It's a dilemma. Okay, I think I am going to put this here. Because I like that. And then we'll do the accents with the dark. I'm a big fan of, like, when you look into the woods and you see just like, you look down and you just see like that kind of like classic, like you're waiting for like a group of really small people to just come out and start shooting arrows at you. Not necessarily Gulliver's Travel, but I think there was a movie like, it was called Epic or something, where they all kind of had armor like this. And, like, rode hummingbirds and shit. That's cool. I like that kind of stuff. Next to him says, I used to play on PS4. I put in about 800 hours and couldn't do it anymore. I read they made Destiny 2 crossplay the other day, which is pretty cool. Huh. Okay. Well, I'm down to play if you want to try the crossplay out. I kind of had a similar experience with Dark Souls. Yeah. Dark Souls 3, like, just me and my buddy Marty. We went We went like 200 hours in, and I just remember logging out one day, and like as you log out, it tells you, you know, you've played whatever. And it was like 187 hours, and I just stopped myself, and I was like, you could have been learning guitar, you could have been reading a book. And after that, I don't know. I stopped playing video games for like 6 or 7 months after that. He always comes slinking back around though. This was like probably 4 years ago. You guys played Bloodborne, Dark Souls? This was my jam. Love Bloodborne. I'd like to try the comic. Saw that the other day. I think I follow the artist on Twitter. I don't know if he's also the writer. So I'm arguing with some other guy the other day. I was like, I just laughed. It's like, oh, these comic book pros. Always up, always with a laugh. These guys. Jake says I played Dark Souls 3, but didn't enjoy it. Rex says I haven't played Dark Souls 3, but I've played all the others. Great shit. I really loved Dark Souls 3. I've played some of Dark Souls 2. I would prefer to play it with a friend. I don't dislike it. I will say it's definitely harder, I think. Or at least just like early on, you can run into enemies that are way harder. But yeah. I love the Dark Souls series. I'm looking forward to Elden Ring, Bloodborne, Platinum, that. It means I completed Dark Souls 3 aside from that fucking dragon. It's been a minute for me. I know I've played through probably like 5th or 6th time. Just me and my buddy. I don't know if you ever gotten to the PvP, but like we just hang out at Pontiff. The Pontiff arena, just like right after you defeat the Pontiffs. I was looking into the Bloodborne comics. Like I said, I think I follow the artist on Twitter. I think he's a Russian dude, Pietro or something like that. It looks great. And it follows like the Plague Doctor, the Crow Mask character, which I think was a chick in the game. I don't know if it's a chick in the comic or not. What's that matter? Am I right, boys? Oh, Rex says, damn, I just saw it online a few weeks ago. Shit, bro. Were they good? You had them as single issues? Man, yeah, I definitely would have bought those off you. Okay, I gotta focus here while I give this a try. Let's watch me fuck this up together, shall we? What do you say? What do you say? Okay, the question is, do those spots in between the roots dark brown? Or just do the whole thing dark brown? And then do the roots a slightly different color? Rex says, yeah, singles. I read a couple but didn't get into it. All the other issues hadn't been read. Damn. Well, shit. Hope you made some money off that, buddy. Right on. Jake says, me and my friends were doing messy PvPs, but I never got the hype overall. I hooked my USB SNES controller to challenge myself. Yeah, I don't blame you there. That would be a fun challenge, but yeah, that's certainly playing the game on hard mode. I'm the type of guy that likes to yell at his TV when I get into video games, and when I started playing Bloodborne, that's also like partially a multiplayer game, and I just made a buddy who I'm still friends with today. This was like 5 years ago. My buddy Marty. Yeah, just met him through Ringing the Bell, as it's called in Dark Souls, and yeah, we played all the way. We platinum Dark Souls together. Went straight into platinum Bloodborne together. Went straight into Dark Souls 3. And beat it several times, but yeah, we're both into PvP, so we would just like we'd have to summon a random third. We had a third guy for a while, but people just disappear online sometimes. I love it. I love yelling at the TV. I play Call of Duty, Warzone. That's sort of my mindless release these days, and yeah, it's a pastime. I have just as much fun yelling at the TV as I do playing the game. Luckily, I don't have any other than a trailer, but I don't have an apartment or any kind of neighbors near me, so I get to yell as loud as I like. Warzone is actually surprisingly fun, and it's a free game, so I mean, you don't have to buy anything. People complain a lot about the cheating, and I personally don't. I mean, sure, I just don't care. I mean, there's nothing I can do about it, so I'm just going to play the game. But I like it. I'm also kind of decent at it. It's probably why I like it. But weird flex, bro. Rex says, the only time I got pissed at Bloodborne is when I was farming material for a Chalice dungeon and sealed the thing up before knowing it was the only place to get the material. Yeah. Yep, Chalice dungeons, good stuff. Farming. Let's see. Rex says, I'm loving Splitgate. I haven't played Splitgate. Splitgate, is that a shooter? Jake says, I ran out of yells when I played Counter-Strike. That's the last game I ever raged hard. I never played Counter-Strike, but before Call of Duty, I was heavy into Siege, Rainbow Six Siege. So that was one, you definitely yell at that. I picked Blitz. Like people said, as soon as I started playing, it was like, Blitz is the worst character in the game. So I was like, okay, I'll pick the worst character in the game. And yeah, I'd say I got pretty good with him. I love being a belligerent ass with a pistol and a shield. It's like, man, it's hard to deal with. Rex says, yeah, it's an FPS. It reminds me of Unreal Tournament. Okay, cool. I never got into Unreal, but I did play Quake back in the day. I had a lot of fun with Quake. I imagine they're kind of similar, right? Splitgate, it's like Halo 3 and Portal. Interesting. Portal's fun. That would be cool. A high-speed shooter. It's like some Halo vibes. Is it a free to play? Or is it when you gotta pay for it? What the hell, Ginge? It's gotta be free. Yeah. No. There are some great free games though. You gotta play Paladins. That's a good one. It's been done by the people that did Smite, which Smite puts me to sleep. But Paladins I like a lot. I think it's a POV kind of thing. Like Dota, that one puts me to sleep. League of Legends, that one puts me to sleep. Something about the overhead, and those games really don't tickle me, but I like Paladins. That's a fun game. Rex says, yeah, it's free. It's very old school besides the awesome portal mechanic. Cool. Is it on Xbox? I don't really game on my computer. It's just for work, really. If I start downloading games on this thing, it's just that much easier to dick around when you shouldn't be working. Jake says, I'm so glad I'm not into MOBA. Otherwise, I would flip tables on the regular. Yeah, I remember when they came out, I tried them. Like, League of Legends came out, Dota 2, tried them both. There was another one that had gods that wasn't Smite, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe it was Smite. Anyways, I think there was another one that had gods that I thought was the coolest of them for me, but yeah, I would always fall asleep with like just on the keyboard. It's like the shit was my sleep. I was more into like I have actually talked about them today. Funny enough, did y'all ever play the Star Wars Jedi Outcast series or Jedi Academy, also known as the Dark Forces series? I played those games a lot for like a couple years. Diablo 2, I was pretty ridiculous at Diablo 2. Like super high end. Like yeah, Diablo 2 was my jam. I missed that game. Thought about checking out the remaster, but not sure if I'm willing to. Not sure if I got what it takes to commit these days. It's kind of why I like Call of Duty. You don't have to get super invested. Rick says, I've been playing more since my brain is basically dead right now. Yeah, bro. I totally get that. Just sort of letting things settle around in there. Can't say I blame you. Rick says, I played one of the Jedi Academy games. Sweet. Yeah, there was a few, as far as like, I think it was like, it goes from like Dark Forces 2, Jedi something maybe before Jedi Knight, Jedi Outcast, which I think was the second one, and I think Jedi Academy was the third. I played Outcast and Academy. Woo! God, boy. I, I loved those games so much. Yeah, I don't know if I'll get that remaster or not either. I feel like I'd have to play it on a computer. And again, I don't want to turn my work computer into one. I played Diablo 3 on a console. I did not like it. I didn't like it for a lot of reasons. I didn't really care for that game, but I also did not like the controller element. Now I've got an urge to play The Long Dark again, now that I am in the chat with gamers. Gamers! Rise up! The Long Dark. I'm not familiar with The Long Dark. What's The Long Dark? Maybe I know it, not off the top of my head. I want to get around to Cyberpunk, but that's one, not even for the bugs, just more like I don't want that story to influence anything that I'm trying to do right now. So, like, really, really heavy story games, I have to shy away from them when I'm being creative most of the time. Just because I don't want to pull anything from other stuff like that. It just depends, but I mean, most of the time, like, yeah, especially if it's something I'm pretty sure I'm gonna love, which I'm pretty sure I'm gonna love Cyberpunk when I get to it. So for that reason, I haven't gotten into it yet. It's a wilderness survival game set in Canada. Interesting. Okay, I played Don't Starve. Right, probably not the same thing, but definitely fun. Red Hatchet as a kid. Also saw the movie. Would be a horrifying time to be trapped in the woods, but those movies are great. Books are great. Jake says, unforgiving as shit, but I love the micromanagement and weather mechanics. Right on. Okay, so maybe it is a little bit like Don't Starve, because I think you have to take in some of that into account. Rex says, I understand people not liking Diablo 3, but I really liked it. I accidentally got addicted to the Nephilim riffs. I don't think I got that far to the Nephilim riffs. Is that like their version of the the nightmare cows. Moo, moo. Right, the secret cow portals. Maybe we can get a CG Diablo 2 group going. Might get it on console. So we can make it all make sense. So I think I'm just going to do a mixture of both here on these roots. Come in dark, mostly dark, and then come in on the underbelly with this dull ivory. Jake says it's not like Don't Starve, it's an FPS with some heavy health system that is impacted by cold. Oh, okay. And Rex says, yeah, kinda. It's randomly generated dungeons, but they did have the cow portal. That's fun. Yeah, I remember I probably started playing Diablo at like 15. Man, that game, so great. I mean, that's Blizzard really was the king for a while. Like Blizzard, BioWare, and Bethesda, like the three Bs. Those were the storytelling kings. Like their cinematics were fantastic. Like that was one of my favorite parts of Diablo 2 was like just the in between story cinematics. Absolutely great stuff. I had a Whirlwind Barbarian that was like fully zotted out. Like you really couldn't do damage to him because he would just get run over by trying to touch him. He was a tank, so I mean you're getting run over. I had a Meteor Sorceress who would smack you pretty hard with some meteors. A Hammer Paladin with lifesteal, so that was like his main focus. What else? What else? Skeleton Necromancer, of course, just for shigs. The Army of the Dead. Jake says there's some survival roguelike overlaps, but it's way more engaging. And the best, no NPCs or players. Oh, I see. No NPCs or players, just you, bears, elks, rabbits, wolves, and moose. Ah, okay. Does sound fun. It's kind of like more like a survival kind of Red Dead almost. What time period would it take place in? Like what kind of guns are you using? Sorry, that was loud. The Steam Link. Hey, the Long Dark. Very cool. Here, I'm gonna drop a little something in the chat from. Oh shit. Let me go to Twitter real quick. I was on stream with Joe Catapano and his buddy Jeremy from Zaid Studios, and Jeremy does Beckett, which is a video game. JRPG. It's on Steam. Let me share that. It's in what do you call it? Sort of like the development mode. So they're looking for any feedback at all. Jeremy's a super cool dude. Drop it right there in the Steam page. Yeah, he says it's for fans of your classic JRPG. Legend of the Dragoon was one. Final Fantasy stuff. Legend of something with a Z. I can't recall, but yeah. Jake says it's on console too, but the PC is superior and most up to date, right? You're only allowed a rifle and a revolver. Flare guns are used as emergencies. Oh, that's fun. And bows. Very cool. All right. It's. So what do you just survive? And the whole point is to just continue on until you die, or do you make it out, or are you just like surviving the winter, and eventually shit starts to thaw? A Switch. I've wanted a Switch for a while. I just haven't pulled the trigger on it. I was looking at getting one when I got my Xbox, but I went with my Xbox just to play with my best friend who moved away. He's an Xbox nerd. It's been good. Before then, I was a PlayStation guy. Jake says there's a story mode, but it's still under development. I play the sandbox survival. It lasts forever. Okay, hell yeah. Can't argue with that. No end game, but dying. So how brutal is it? Is it? Oh, okay. So we're more like the Revenant here. I'm the type of guy that makes comparisons to things for some reason. I don't mean anything by it, but it's just how I operate. But something like the Revenant, the game, which that's a great movie for anybody that's hasn't seen it. I know DiCaprio, as people call him, your Hollywood chump. But it's a good film. Root for the bear. How about that? Fuck DiCaprio. Root for that bear. Rex says, I love an endless mode in a game. I can dig it. You just keep growing a beard. You keep playing until your beard grows so long, and then you can be rescued. Jake says, well, you can craft and live out your sovereign citizenry. Okay, I like it. Well, not, you know what? You're right. And that's probably best for those type of folk. Kind of like the idea of letting people be mountain men for the most part. I mean, fuck it. Enjoy your, enjoy your freedom. Let's see here. Jake says, yeah, like the Revenant. Okay. I've had plenty of smackdowns by bears that I've had to crawl to a cabin and heal for days. Damn. We saw a bear the other day riding down the road. It's just lots of forest around my area. Saw a black bear. Yeah, bears, man. I like the woods. I like being outside. Definitely, definitely wary of bears, though. Especially just seeing more about bears. Like, they're cute, sure, but I mean, they will eat your ass. And they'll eat your face, too. Like, not just your ass, but, like, they'll eat you alive. Or maybe you roll over and talk them into it. They might just eat your ass, but. Thank you. Oh, Jake says the male character is voiced by David Hayter. Otacon, this is Snake. Love David Hayter. A writer, right? I think he co-wrote the first 3 X-Men movies. Yeah, he's done some other stuff as well. Kind of trying not to look at him funny for hanging out with Bryan Singer. He's like got a lot of weird stuff around him, but love David Hayter. I'm a big Metal Gear guy. Those were some of my favorite games growing up. I can dig it. I might check it out. Glad to see David Hayter's out there still getting work after being replaced by fucking Kiefer Sutherland. Come on, guys. I mean, they replaced Sam Fisher too. What the hell? It's like the two companies got together and were like, all right. It's like if one of us does it, the other one has to do it. Otherwise, like I don't know what. It's like they stood in solidarity for some reason. No, probably not. It's probably like one was like, ooh, we got to get the bigger actor. It's like, yeah, no. You guys don't understand. Michael Ironsides is Sam Fisher. David Hayter is Snake. Right. No, Sons of Liberty and Tekken Tag Tournament were the first PS2 games I ever had. Way back when. Hey, I actually really like how this turned out. Still got more to do. Let's keep going. What are we thinking for that emblem right there? Guess we'll go with this. Hopefully that's not too basic and looks like a child's coloring book. Jake says Tekken Dark Resurrection was my first PSP game. Ooh, the PSP, bro. That thing was sweet. Made me sworn to the Iron Fist for life. Nice. Yeah, Tekken's really cool. Tekken, one of those sort of great Japanese stories where like it's just an ass kicking game. Japanese love a good ass kicking. Not that they love to get their ass kicked. You know what I mean. How American of me. Ah, just kidding. No. Tekken's good. Street Fighter's good. Marvel vs. Capcom, I want to like it. I played the last one, beat the story mode on the Age of Ultron one. I don't know. I prefer them in the arcade setting than as opposed to if I were to sit down and play a fighting game. It would probably be Tekken or Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter, any of those. But Rex Doom, Dark Resurrection. Holy shit! I played that until I tore a chunk out of my thumb. It got jammed in my D-pad. Damn, bro, in your D-pad. Sounds dirty. Get your fingers out of your D-pad. What the hell's wrong? Now on PSP, I had first game I got was Killzone. Was it Killzone Warzone or something? That was super fun. I remember playing some Call of Duty with my cousins. You know, like ad hoc, right? Ad hoc battles. That's the PSP was cool because that was like you could download a bunch of PlayStation 1 games. And I remember getting Metal Gear 1, maybe Final Fantasy 7. I bought that game like 10 times in my life. PSP was cool. I never had the Vitas or the Vita. No, never had it. Oh yeah, Kills on Liberation. Yeah, that was the one. Yeah, good stuff. Rex Doom says, I thought my PSP was messed up. Went through the trouble of getting the receipt reprinted to get ready to send in. Oh god. Then one day I saw the piece of flesh. It pulled it out with tweezers and it worked. You are metal, my friend. Fantastic. Just imagine being that repairman. They just pull a chunk of flesh out. They're like, what the hell? Oh, good stuff. I'm glad your PSP ended up working, right? Right back to normal. So you gotta check the warranty for flesh. Some weird line between health insurance and PSP warranty. It's a real gray area. Jake says Final Fantasy Dissidia 1 was the last game I got before the thing busted. It was a great strategy PvP game with a stellar cast. Okay. I never got into the Final Fantasy PSP games, but Dissidia, was that the one where it had like, I think there was that one, and was there another? Was there a Final Fantasy PSP fighting game? Am I remembering that correctly? I know there's been a couple games where they like did these like big crossover casts, like from the other games. I was wanting to try those. Jake says, "Oh, right, Ultimate Ninja, hell yeah." I think I've played the third one here lately, a couple years ago, on PlayStation. Good stuff. On Xbox, actually, I have Jump Force. Is that what it's called? Yeah, where it's like all the anime characters from a bunch of different animes come together for a fighting game. I loved it. Still have it. Still down to play. But most of my friends don't like it for some reason. I'm like, what the hell, guys? It's everything you could have ever wanted. It's like all your favorite characters in one place. Dissidia was the third person crossover fighting game. Okay, yeah, I might be thinking of the same thing. Should have done these antlers. I fucking. Sorry. Breath of Fire 3. Did not play that one. Great name, though. Got a breath of fire. I'm going to see a doctor. Thank you, everybody. I'll be here all week. Be sure to tip your waiters and waitresses. Fly me to the moon, baby. Excuse me, guys. I'm going to plug up my laptop real quick. Otherwise, I might have died. Well, hello there. I have a viewer on Twitch. Greetings. Drito. Thank you. Oh, thank you very much. This is basically a woodland warrior, kind of like an elf barbarian type character. Thanks for coming by. You know what, Rex? I really did almost say be sure to tip your Rex Doom. on the way out. That was my very first thing I wanted to say, but I didn't. Now I should have trusted my gut. Don't worry, I got my anti-fire pills on stat. My man. Good stuff. Just mega heartburn pills. Hey, thank you very much. Appreciate that. Yeah. I'll be finishing coloring this one, and then I've got some other stuff that I've already drawn that I'm gonna put some ink over. That'll just be what I do with my art streams is I'll either draw something or ink it and then just color it all the way through. Trying to take my time more with the art. Y'all know how it is. Anyways, we're just talking video games. Drito, are you into play games? You're on Twitch, probably a gamer. Dude, I love spicy food. That's my problem. Like, if it doesn't make me cry, then I'll eat it still. But it's not hot enough. That's the problem. But it can be too hot. I mean, there is certainly such a thing. I've had to give away a thing of hot wings one day to my neighbor. It was just a complete machine. It's also the local butcher. He's like your standard cartoon butcher. Great guy. Drado says, "Oh yes, I have a big interest in games. Excellent. I love Rain World." Okay. I haven't heard of Rain World. Guys, have you heard of Rain World? Drado, what's it about? I assume there's some rain in there. I'd be probably let down otherwise. Or does that just make me entitled? Rain World. Is that like the prequel to Waterworld? Dun. Shh, here we go. I am on fire. I'm live tonight, Joe. You got me. Somebody stop me. Okay. Jake says, if I can't have my tikka masala, then what is life good for? Oh, man. It's all about the tikka. I had some Kung Pao last month that nearly killed me. I'm an orange chicken kind of guy, and I'm not sure if typically orange chicken is spicy or not, but the words that I always order from the same place, the words I told my guy was like, make it so spicy that you'd be afraid I would send it back, and then make it spicier, because I promise you I'm not going to. And it's still not spicy enough. That's the problem. So I mean, it's good, but it's like, dude, he's like, my man, there's nothing more I can do. I'm like, all right, no problem. Drito says it's about these slug cats and rain that can kill you. I won't say anything else though, since it can spoil the game. You live in a steampunk sort of world. Ah, I see. Ginge, these level of jokes are the hints you're on to be a dad. I've always wanted to be a stand-up comedian, and yeah, definitely a dad one day. But I do look forward to the cheese level of jokes. I mean, who doesn't love dad jokes? I mean, that's the whole reason I have my mustache. This ridiculous orange caterpillar on my face. It's just to make people laugh. I would say I'm a clown. Actually, I got ISS, in school suspension, in 6th grade. And I remember, they made us write it was like a 2-page paper. And I did mine on why we should bring back the mime theater. And I wasn't necessarily trying to be a smartass, but I was also kind of serious because at the time I had this, I don't know, mimes just fascinated me for a brief period in my life. Make 'em laugh, make 'em laugh. I want a top hat and a cane. Anyways, okay. Rex says, the place I order General Tso's from was pretty weak. Glad I didn't get the extra spicy with the Kung Pao. Oh, God. You gotta do it, bro. Get the extra spicy next time. Do it. Do it. All right. Let's do this. Since I've messed this all up, let's try to clean it up a touch. So you live in a steampunk sort of world. That's interesting. Is it? I might have to check it out real quick, actually. I'm sort of getting. What is it? Is it like this game Maple Story? Something like that? Slug Cats? Oh, Rain World. Okay, okay. Slug Cats. Let's see. Let me bring this up. Let's take a look at some Rain World, guys. What do you say? Who's with me? Share my screen. Rain World. Hello. Alright. Cute little guy. This is a slug cat. Alright. I like that one. That would be the slug cat for me. Sufficiently goth. Ooh, that looks like a Pokemon. Okay, so it's a side scroller. That's cool. There's some really great side scrollers that have come out lately. What's that one? Bloodstained Symphony of the Night. There's another one that's been really good. All right. Hey, later, Rex. Thanks for coming by, bro. Always a pleasure. Welcome back anytime, nerd. Nerd. I'm just kidding. Not really, though. But just a little. Not really. Okay. Anyway. Yeah, this poor axe is. Well, it's we're gonna have to color that red, I think, but it's okay. Red for the blood of our enemies. Ah. I wish I'd have drawn that as like a bone axe, because that would make sense. But it could be like a rock, so it needs to be sort of traditional. Some more gray. Some more gray number 5. That's some grayish now. Right, let's do that. All right, so let's see. Let's take a look at this little side over here. I'm testing the colors. All right. This is where learning color theory would be beneficial. I don't know what I want to do with this blade. I want it to look like a rock, but I sort of want it to pop, but not be too distracting. You're just gonna make up your mind, man. Okay, we'll go with this. Bring y'all in just a touch. Why do I have that make 'em laugh song stuck in my head? It's like a curse for me. It's easy to get things stuck in my head. Does that mean I'm a simpleton? I know I'm but a simple ginge. Or am I a simpleton? And is there really even a difference? He was but a simple ginge. God rest his soul. It's my obituary. Passed on, everybody. Sorry. Okay. I'm literally just rambling. Somebody help me out here. Okay. Alright, let's put some of that brown on here. Gonna get the roots. Let's get to the root of the problem. I'm on fire today. This is rare form. Rambling, you say? Yeah. Is it rambling if you're just letting your mouth go sort of mindlessly? Kind of improv more. I don't know. I'm just yapping. So yeah, rambling. I all in all, I am really pleased with the way this armor turned out. I'm gonna add some green vines here, and maybe some kind of, I should have drew it trees or something in the background, but all in all, yeah, pretty pleased with this. I'm a was it? Yeah, that's a tune, isn't it? Rambling Man? Soul Man again, which is the second one today. Born a rambling man. There it is. Good old Southern classics. Yeah, that's sort of like some trees or something in the background. Just it's kind of like when you look at like really great artists that post like these type of shots of just stuff that they draw. Like not only is this look great, but then you just take a step back and look at their backgrounds, and you're like, oh, real artists also add in like a full background. Not that anybody's not a real artist otherwise, but yeah, you know what I mean. Take your Eric Canetti. That's the guy that comes to mind as I'm thinking about it. Now it's just like his background work is it's glorious. But the whole piece is fantastic. Yeah, he kills it. Yeah, might have done some trees somehow to like kind of because I wanted the light coming in from this way, but it's okay. Here we are. So Rob Zombie, he's doing a Monsters movie. I have to say, I'm actually pretty excited for this one. I'm a fan of his music and pretty much all of his movies. I mean, I know people have mixed feelings about his Halloweens. I'm gonna have to rewatch them because I definitely remember enjoying them. The uh, the Alien series, that's another one. I rewatched the first one the other night. I need to rewatch the others just to because I've never really been, at least just with these kind of like classic movies, at least with the ones I'm talking about, like Aliens and zombies, Halloween movies. I've never really been old enough or savvy enough as I was watching them to kind of be looking for the differences between them in terms of like the originals and the first Aliens. Like the big debate between like the different movies is something I'm interested in, but it's been so long since I've seen them. So yeah, rewatched the first Aliens the other night. Of course, classic. Jacob and I are doing a little something, possibly in that vein. Can't say too much. Otherwise, he'd probably kill me. There'd be no more Gin show. It'd be just Pedro. I have to give Pedro my jam. I like the Halloween remakes. That's what Jake says. Yeah, I mean, I liked this newest one as well. Like I said, I'd have to rewatch the zombie movies. It's been a minute, but I definitely liked the newest one. It sort of had I guess a girl power, yada yada. But all in all, I enjoyed it. I liked the end of the movie. I don't know. The end of the movie was good. It kind of felt realistic in a way. I mean, it kind of felt like how these characters might handle the situation. So it worked. But I mean, they could have. And I guess ultimately, I mean, maybe is that part of the question of Michael Myers? I mean, if they would have, because Jamie Lee Curtis had a fucking arsenal down there, and what was it? Her daughter, was it one other person? It was just her and her daughter at the end of the movie. I don't recall, but I remember sitting in the theater thinking, I was like, dude, if this was like three dudes trapped down here, they'd have just been like double shotguns in each hand, like, let's fucking go. I'm not sure Michael would have stood a chance against like three really competent men. But, so now I sound like an asshole. No, but I do feel like that's how the movie was good, and that's how the characters handled it. Is made sense enough. But I'm definitely excited for the next one, and I like how they're making it take place like right after it burns down. Like you're picking up right after that. So I'm on board. Jake says peeps may not have been happy with the remakes because Michael gets more characterization and doesn't respect the shape. I see. So yeah, it's a little more of the touching on him, which is well, that's kind of the allure, right? Is you don't really know something about him, and that's something people have kind of overdone with like the relatable villain. Like I have a buddy of mine that's whatever. He's got his own taste, but he's not a writer. But he likes to think he's like the best. And again, it's his taste, but I don't necessarily agree with quote unquote the best villains are ones that you can relate with. I think that's true in some degree. I think each character and villain is different. Like, yeah, some villains are really great because you can relate to them. Other villains are great because you can. And what you realize about them is they are completely nutty. And they're just, that's, there's, and if you can relate to that, then, maybe that reveals a little bit about you. But no, it's all good. I forget what I was saying to get me there. But hey, thank you, Ashton. God bless you, sir. Yep, we're just hanging out. I'll probably do another 10 more minutes. I appreciate y'all coming by. I got this thing way more color than I thought I was going to today. Yeah, I'm definitely loving how it turned out. We should have put a little more green down there, maybe. But I'm going to green up the shield for sure. Peace. Yeah. Yes, indeedy. What do we got here? Mr. Jake says the deal with the shape is that it's supposed to be an entity that could possibly stalk your neighborhood. Back when it was released, Halloween was made when stalking and kidnappings were hot topics. Ah, well, you know what? That's really the kind of the fascinating thing about like really, if you want to go back to like crazy serial killers, they've always been around. Obviously, documentation is sort of the weird thing in like societal circumstances, but like the idea of like serial killers in the 1300s, that's a thing that's really interesting. But a little more modern, like yeah, we've kind of had these tropes of like the neighborhood stalker. Those obviously are kind of more like kitty related things, but yeah, Richard Chase, Richard Ramirez, BTK, these sort of neighborhood prowlers. Yeah, definitely spooky and definitely way more common. It definitely happens now, but like these dudes, just due to social media, and I think the way police forces are kind of more aware of it. But I don't know, man. Shit's crazy out there. There's stories of people of murderers just driving by, snatching people off of lawns, even adults. Like you see, Ashton and Jake, you better watch y'all's buns, man. Might be somebody trying to take a hold of you. I don't want you getting kidnapped and turned into a sex slave. Maybe you want that though. I don't know. Jake says good villains, in my opinion, are a manifested part of societal fears and concerns. It's what walked the line of really good fiction of sorry. It's what walks the line of reality and fiction, and media does well in bridging that. I see. Right. Yeah, I would agree with that. And again, it's almost like are you into true crime? Because to me, those are when I think of like my favorite horror movies. Like I love kind of wild shit. I love vampires for sure. The vampires are almost a societal myth, let's say, of like different killers and various crimes over the years. But um, all in all, like my favorite horror movies though are slasher movies. If you can give me a good serial killer movie, I'm into it for some reason. But I think it's a little bit of what you said here with that walk the line of reality and fiction. It's like that is something that, and maybe I just smoke a lot of pot, so I'm paranoid. But yeah, I do worry about somebody like kicking down my door one day just while I'm asleep or something. And there's so many horrendous stories. Again, the Night Stalker, Richard Ramirez, like that was that dude's modus operandi. So there's nuts out there, dude, and that's really what scares me. You hate true crime, can't stand it. To each their own. Absolutely, totally respect that. It's it's certainly a flavor, but that's best done in small doses, unless you're like really depraved. Unless you're really depraved. No, but I am a big true crime guy, but the more I've gotten into comic books, the more I've like kind of dedicated time that I might have spent listening to a true crime podcast or something. Like it's like, well, I could just listen to comic books. Something about that. Just putting the little details on there. For me, what is interesting about true crime is it's you know what, and it's almost kind of like messed up in a way, but it's more the psychology that the whys and hows of this extreme human behavior, like how somebody ends up there, to me is incredibly fascinating, and it's 99% of the time completely horrible, and it doesn't justify at all their behavior. But I mean, yeah, most serial killers' lives are the way they grow up are it's shit that if you heard it you wouldn't believe it, but then when you turn around and see what these pieces of shit do, you're like, oh, and I think I can believe that. Joseph Callinger, that dude is an absolute fucking nut, and yeah, I mean, he was also like fully schizophrenic, so he was the literal like had issues, but yeah, I think he was a serial killer in like the mid 60s. The shoe slayer, not the shoe fetish slayer. He wasn't a shoe fetish guy. He actually made shoes. Yes, JCS Criminal Psychology. That's one that I watch as well. They do what do they call it? Interviews, but not interviews. What do they call it? Interrogation videos, and like breaking down that stuff. Yeah, it's a good channel. Well, man, oh man, Jake, I'm gonna wrap this up, bro. Thank you for hanging out. I got all that done today. Absolutely fantastic. That is kick ass. All right. Well, Jake, thanks for coming by, buddy. Definitely looking forward to if you want to hang out Sunday and draw, I'm down. Just let me know. I'll be free after 11 my time. Look at the morning show, obviously, but yeah, buddy. Right on. Well, thanks for coming by. Good fun. You too, man. I'll talk to you later. All right. Bye bye, everybody.